honor to speak about Miss Basanti, the most outstanding student I've ever met in my entire teaching career. She used to be in my organizational behavior class during her undergraduate studies. And ever since then, I have seen various charismatic aspects of this lady. Today, I'm going to share you that incident when she first inspired me. To tell you the truth, at first, this lady went quite unnoticed to me. But just like you cannot hide the brightness of the sun with your hand, you cannot hide the brilliance of a student from a teacher. The time to discover the brilliance of this young lady had come. So one day, when I was teaching in the class, I started writing on the board. And that's when it started. The munching sound, followed by a loud click of the tongue. I turned around to see what was happening, and everyone was silent. I turned back to write on the board, and the sound started again. I turned around, and there was utter silence. So the third time, I was determined to find out what was going on. So I turned around, and I immediately looked at the students, and what do I see? Voila! This young little lady called Basanti, she had just eaten a tamarind candy, or titora, and was about to click her tongue when I caught her red-handed. That is, her hand was all red in the juice of the candy. I went up to her and asked her, what's going on? As if I already didn't know. To my utter surprise, instead of apologizing, she fearlessly said that she was savoring the taste of the candy. I was getting angry and was about to ask her to leave the room when she further declared that everyone in the room was in fact craving for the sweet and sour taste of the candy. She further said that the craving of this candy was inhibiting her and distracting her from concentrating on my lecture. That was the reason why she had done this daring feat while nobody else had the courage to eat the candy. I was impressed. For the first time in my life, I had seen a student with a true dedication towards study. A dedication that took her far beyond the fear of a ruthless teacher and encouraged her to do what is right. Then I told her, enlighten me. That's when she began. Ma'am, actually, the constant thought of the tamarind candy embedded in my hippocampus was creating a persistent urge to eat the tamarind candy. And because I was not able to have the tamarind candy, it created a lot of stress that's releasing cortisol and decreasing the dopamine level, which ultimately results in the impairment of the prefrontal cortex, therefore reducing the brain function and impairment of learning and memory. I didn't understand half of what she was saying, but I instantly knew that I was in the presence of sheer brilliance. And I was wrong to ask her to leave the room. Ashamed, I asked for her forgiveness. And ever since that day, I allow my students to do whatever they want to do in the class so that they can concentrate on my lecture. It might seem a little crazy for you, but the fact is it actually works. These days, girls eat sour candies and listen to my lecture. Good boys eat popcorn and listen to me. And the bad boys smoke pot and listen to me. The entire idea is to make the students feel comfortable, which is the actual gist of organizational behavior. And the inspiration comes to me from the great Miss Basanti. So I gladly declare her as my teacher in OB rather than the other way around. These days, she has been assisting me in teaching the OB classes. But the truth is, I'm assisting her. She has inspired me in so many ways. So every time when she comes to the class and hands me a packet of tamarind candy, I am taken back to the same old day when I was enlightened by her. And when a packet of tamarind candy had changed my entire perspective. So I take the candy in my hand